That lawnmower. That's it. Yeah. Stop that. Jake Paul might be too big for him, or Tank might crack him. You don't know.
Coach and basically told Roach. He tagged Lamar Roach and he said, "Look, you're not getting that fight with Tank."
A day in the life of Gervonta Davis as he prepares for Jake Paul is built on pure focus and discipline. Every training session centers on sharpness, speed, and power. From conditioning drills to intense sparring, Tank remains locked in and determined. Each workout reflects his drive to prove he's ready for the challenge. Rolando Romero's comments bring a balanced view of the Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul fight. He points out that Tank's legacy is secure regardless of the result. As a world champion with major accomplishments, Davis doesn't need this fight to validate his career. Still, Romero admits Jake's natural size gives him a real physical edge. However, that doesn't take away from the respect and accolades Tank has already earned in boxing.
Paul might be too big for him, but like Jake Paul might be too big for him, or Tank might crack him. You don't know. Like I said, or it's an exhibition. We don't know if they throw at each other or not, or we don't know. I don't know. I can't give an opinion because I don't know what's going on.
Do you think it impacts, will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were to beat him or even knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him.
You know, some people trying to give, that's fair, some people trying to give Tank a hard time. They're saying he should have took a fight with Lamar Roach or Shakur Stevenson. But when you think about it, do you think this is business and look, he's getting a bag, or is there some validity to people saying that he ducked Roach?
I mean, there's still other options, you know. It's bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or all this stuff, right?
Paulie Malignaggi highlights the key difference between size and experience. While Jake Paul has grown in strength and popularity, Malignaggi insists that boxing experience always outweighs raw power. Gervonta Davis has headlined massive events, fought under bright lights, and faced elite opponents. No matter Jake's size, he cannot match Tank's years of training, fight IQ, and ability to adapt. Malignaggi's take underlines that in boxing, skill and experience usually triumph over physicality.
I think Davis is more to lose because he's the bona fide world champion. I don't care if he's much smaller. I think Jake Paul has sort of plateaued as far as where his boxing is concerned. It's rather low level. Yeah. He's big, he's physical, he's strong, he can hit. So there is that risk. Davis, at lightweight, you're in a moment where it's too physical for you. You can clinch. Against the heavyweight, where you clinching? You ain't getting out of that corner just clinching anymore if you run out of space. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. But Davis, listen, there's a lot of talking points that I'm sure we'll get into when this gets closer to the fight. Davis can still punch a lightweight, can drop a heavyweight. There's a lot to gain there, right? If Davis knocks...
The answer is yes.
If Davis drops Jake on his ass, as much as Davis is the one with more to lose, it's still a highlight moment.
A visual that will stay forever.
Yeah. But if you get dropped, even if you're smaller, you're still a world champion in multiple weight classes. If you get dropped, what's the look? What's the feel? On the inside, as boxers, me and Chris Algieri, the champ, even you, Jimmy, you have fight experience, so we know that the risk is a big guy that big hits you. You're probably going down if you're a small guy, if he hits you clean. So we know the risk, but how does it look to the public eye who don't understand that? You know what I mean? The public. So there is a lot to lose, though. There's a bit to gain. I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with this had Davis's career arc been one that benefited boxing. Davis was manufactured and put into a position where he's supposed to benefit boxing. And I don't think he has. I think he's hurt boxing. So by giving him this reward, that's my problem. Why are we watching this? Why don't you make him earn his spot that he still hasn't earned, mind you?
Teofimo Lopez views the fight as more spectacle than sport. For him, it's less about legacy or rankings and more about entertainment and money. He acknowledges both Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis will earn huge paydays, which shouldn't be overlooked. While it may lack the weight of a world title bout, Lopez believes it still benefits boxing. By drawing mainstream attention, even an exhibition-like matchup can attract new fans and expand the sport's reach.
Really invested on it, and I'm actually very happy for Gervonta and Jake. I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this gonna work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show. A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
The competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this, anything goes, anything happens.
Nate Diaz, known for his blunt honesty, dismisses the fight completely. He argues that the matchup holds no real competitive value and that the outcome doesn't truly boost either fighter's career. To him, it's simply a show for entertainment, comparable to pro wrestling or staged spectacles. His perspective strips away the hype, presenting the fight as a sideshow rather than a meaningful contest.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Fuck no. Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna be.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
He's just too small.
it's just I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually. I'm not hating on the fight, but I think my thoughts on it is let's watch and see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said his boxing turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. What do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like he said, you want Conor McGregor?
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE. So like, at least that's happening and getting something to talk about, something to watch. And I'm looking forward to that fight, actually.
Jeff Mayweather shares Nate Diaz's skepticism. He sees the matchup as odd and questions the reasoning behind it. For Jeff, it makes little sense to pit an established champion like Tank against a YouTuber-turned-boxer such as Jake Paul. While he acknowledges the business side, he still views the fight as unnecessary. His remarks mirror the confusion many traditional fans feel toward crossover events like this.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And I mean, but with it being exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting. But I mean, it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
KSI, who has experience in influencer boxing, sheds light on Jake Paul's promotional style. He claims rumors about Jake fighting Anthony Joshua were never serious, but instead crafted to generate hype. According to KSI, the fight with Tank is another example of Jake's strategy, creating buzz rather than chasing true heavyweight-level competition. His words emphasize the theatrical and at times manipulative side of modern boxing promotions.
I knew AJ and Jake was never gonna happen.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was actually gonna happen? Bro, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like so many people just believe everything.
But that's pretty unbelievable on the other hand.
I feel like I know. Well, okay, how do I say it like this? Atoma versus White. I had a lot of people bet on White winning. And I'm there like, you guys don't watch boxing, dude. You just look at a record and go, Dylan's fought many more people than Atoma. That record says a lot. Atoma's like 18, not 18, Atoma's 20, inexperienced, one. Like, I just knew Atoma was gonna just destroy him. And I think a good fight for Atoma would be him and Wilder. I think that'd be a very good fight.